Hi there, Ethan here with another No Rules review. Today we're going to be looking at Orléans, or Orleans, depending on how you want to say it, how American you are, by Reiner Stockhausen. Orleans, I'm going to say it like that for the rest of the review because I don't speak French. Orleans is a bag building game in which you are going to be putting workers into a bag and drawing a certain number every turn, using them to do actions on the board. It's a game for 2 to 4 players. The expansion makes it 1 to 5. So in Orleans, you have different color workers. You have white farmers, blue boatsmen, black merchants, brown monks, gray scholars, and red knights. And these guys are going to be used to do different things. You have a board in front of you that tells you which people to put down to do different actions. You can be getting more workers into your bag. You can be sending workers onto a central board to try to score points. You can be moving a token of yours around a map board to collect trade goods and also put down guild halls in the different cities. This is one of those games where there's a lot of ways to score points. So everything you're doing here, they score you points in different ways. You know, getting the different workers, not only are they different workers going to your bag, but white workers, the farmers, they let you gain trade goods, and whoever's highest on the scale gets $1, whoever's lowest on the scale loses $1. Dollars are points. The blue guys, you get money the further up that scale you go. The black ones, you get to actually take buildings and build them, which are private, unique worker placement spots for you. The knights, the red ones, let you draw more workers every turn. The gray scholars give you book skill, which moves you up a book track. Another way to score points is moving up these book track. Who am I leaving out? Brown guys, the monks, give you these automation wheels, which you can actually put down. It's like a permanent worker in a spot. So there's a lot of interconnecting, roles at play here while you're playing Orleans, and you're trying to do your best in the course of the game to score more points than your opponents. You will find that there is a decent amount of player interaction in this game, though you spend a lot of the game looking down at your board. I don't remember if the rules call for everybody taking their time, taking their turns placing workers, or if it tells you to do like this. What we do to go a little quicker is you pull your 6, 7, 8 workers out of the bag, whatever it is, and everybody just sort of puts them down on the board with the honor system that you're not looking at what other people do, because there is turn order. So if you saw somebody who's going to take an action that you wanted to take, but you're not going to get the opportunity if they do, you could change it. Well, we just do the honor system where you don't pay attention to that. It's a really fun game. I really hadn't given much thought to bag builders. I remember when Orleans came out and I sort of ignored it, but I don't know what got me to look into it, but I really enjoy it. It's like a deck builder, but not with the same, even though it has a similar idea as a deck builder, it doesn't feel like that. I mean, yes, you're putting these guys in your bag, and yes, you are getting a greater probability of pulling out a worker of a certain color if you put a lot of them in there. But unlike a deck builder, when you feel like you're cycling through, you don't cycle through your bag before you refill it. You pull out the workers you use, and when they're used, you put them back in the bag. So there are some times that can be bad for you when there's a worker you're looking for, like they're yellow. So wait, the yellow ones are monks. Whatever the brown ones are, they're not monks. The yellow ones are monks. They're wild cards, and it can seem like you put them in there and you never get them out. But it's a lot of fun. If I had one major criticism of at least the base game of Orleans, is that the book track, which is a track you can move one of your cubes up, on that, there are spaces that will say you get to multiply all of the guild halls you have on the board and all of these patron tokens that you get by accomplishing certain things. They'll be worth that many points. I have not seen somebody ignore the book track or just sort of half-heartedly do the book track and win. I think, and this could just be groupthink, but to me it appears that you have to go full out on that book track to have a chance of winning, while doing the other things, getting the patrons, putting out guild halls. But who knows? Like I said, that could be groupthink, because the different trade resources are all worth points, so you just focus on getting a lot of those. Every dollar in the game is worth a point. Now, each round in the game, an event happens. Some of these events are beneficial to players, some hurt players. There are plagues that actually have you lose a worker. But it's neat because there are 3 of each in the game, and so you know, if there have been 2 plague events, there's 1 more plague event coming. So while these are events, they don't really ever completely destroy you in the game. You can usually work around them. Even if you haven't been planning until that round, there's usually something you can do to make it so that you can negate or at least compensate for the effects of the event. Now, earlier I had mentioned sending workers off to the central board, and that's a real neat mechanism in the game because you're going to be accruing workers, and sometimes you're accruing them to try to accomplish like getting a patron on that board, but you don't need all those workers. So there is this valve that lets you release these excess workers onto the central board where you can score points, and if you complete one of these positions on the board, you get patron saints. So that's neat. Now, that is the part of the game that probably most importantly, the timing of players' actions matters. So if you feel that you have people that you cannot trust with the honor system to not look at other players' boards, you're gonna have to take your time and go one by one by one in this game. But hopefully you're not playing with people like that. Hopefully you're playing with people you can trust to sort of mind their own business on their board, and then once everybody's good, look up and take their actions. Because yeah, sometimes, I'm going to send this blue guy off to the central board, and both of them are, so that position is useless to me. Well, oh well, I wasted that. So you just gotta have the honor system there. But Orleans is a really fun game. Now, there was a deluxe edition that was kickstarted. I don't have that. I got the regular version. But I did get, there's a DLP, the publisher in Germany, released an upgrade kit that instead of the cardboard circles, you actually have these little stickered standees. I have a time-lapse video on the channel showing me stickering these little wooden pawns, and it took forever. The stickers are the sticker sheet is of a terrible quality. Now, once they're on, they're wonderful. I love it. They feel good when you're pulling them out of the bag. They're good looking on the table when you're using them. So if you really like Orleans, I would suggest it. It also gives you the components for a 5th player. I don't know if I would suggest ever playing with a 5th player. To me, this game is best 2 to 3. It's alright 4, but I think it's really good as a 2 and a 3-player game. And all you do is you just adjust the number of available workers, so it scales real well in all those player counts. But if you're looking for sort of a fun bag building game with a lot of stuff going on that you're sort of dabbling in here and there to try to get the best score, I think Orleans is a great option for you. Take it with that one caveat that I feel that at least with the base game, you are sort of obligated to work hard on that book track, but besides that, I think it's a great game. There are a few expansions. I haven't tried any of them. I'm hoping to be able to try some of them in the future. And that's all I really have to say about Orleans. So this has been Ethan Malay with another No Rules review. If you like what you saw today, share, like, comment, subscribe, follow on Twitter, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye now.